out there. Hopefully some of y'all come in here, come chat with a brother, talk to me. It is a cold day where I'm at. I don't know what it's looking like for y'all out there. I really didn't have anything planned. I'm gonna probably talk a little bit about some of the streamers that are out there, and some of the things going on. But other than that, it's a cold Monday. I think it's Monday. You ever like lose track of time? Like you do so much or so little that like every day seems like just another day and you don't know what day it is. I'll be doing that a lot. So I don't never know what day is, the day. That sounds crazy. I know. It sounds crazy. But let me find an image to put up for y'all. Okay. I don't know if I want that one though. Turn your life around. Dun, 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 dun. All right. So yeah, I hope all is well. Just in case you have no clue who I am, I'm celebrity photographer Ty Waterman with the BKS experience. I had an interesting day today. Boy, did I had an interesting day today. I got a call last night from a cousin, right? We all got like cousins that they're not necessarily related by blood. It's just somebody we grew up with. They're beyond a friend. You know what I mean? They're like brothers or cousins and things like that, right? So I haven't heard from him in a couple, probably like 2 years or something like that. So he randomly calls me and he says, I need a favor, right? So usually when people ask me for a favor, there's two things they want. Number one being money. And most people know I ain't giving you no money. He happens to say, hey, I need you to take pictures. And I'm like, oh, maybe he wants pictures because the holidays are coming up. He's like, I need you to take pictures for my mother's funeral. My mother just passed away last month, and they're doing the funeral, and I need pictures of the funeral. Now, I've taken pictures of birthday parties. I've taken pictures of concerts, nightclubs, baby showers. But I have never in my life taken pictures at a funeral. Now I told him, here's my thing. I got no problem doing the repast. I've took pictures at a repast before. There was no funeral. We just did the repast. The family did like a private thing, but the repast. If you don't know what a repast is, especially in like the Black and the Latino community, it's a big celebration of life for the person that passed. And so usually they have food, they got music playing, everybody's relaxing and chilling, telling old stories and everything. So I said, I have no problem doing the repast. I've done one before. I'm okay with that. I might go inside and take pictures of the funeral. But however, I am not taking pictures under any circumstances of anyone laying in a coffin. Random guy says W Speed. Cool. Designated hunter. Yo, what's good with you? And what are you hunting? But yeah, so I've never taken pictures, and I don't want to, of a person lying in a coffin. I can't do it. I cannot do it. You want to know why? Because there's trauma associated with it. Like I lost my dad, and at his funeral, my brothers and sisters, there's like 9 of us, we're all in front of the coffin with it open, taking pictures, doing the whole jail pose thing, and it pissed me off. And I was like, no, no, like stop, and he wasn't listening to me. So as a grown man, I'm like, I'm not doing it. I don't, yeah. But here's the other part. Usually I edit at night, late at night, and the pictures on my camera is like this big, but then Roberto Mazinko says 6'7". Why y'all got me doing that? Okay. Anyways, what happens is I'm up late night. The pictures are usually on my little screen that big. How if and never, you transfer them to the computer. I got a 16-inch computer screen, full HD. Apologies. Just got a phone call. And then people left. All right, anyways. So, to have to edit pictures on a 16-inch screen of someone lying in a coffin, and I'm doing this late night. Yeah, something about that I was all good with. I didn't want to have to take pictures late at night on a... I mean, not take pictures, but edit a picture of someone in a coffin late night. It's kind of, how you say, creepy for me. And that's not the image I want on my screen at night. Like, just imagine you're sitting there trying to edit, and you gotta color correct, you gotta maybe get rid of blemishes, and you're staring at a person that's no longer with us. There's a difference. Like, I've taken picture of people who have passed, but like actual pictures of them in the coffin, yeah, I wasn't doing that. So the happy medium was I brought 2 cameras, and I told my boy to basically get a memory card, and I will let him borrow the camera. He can go inside, he can take the pictures, and I'll give him the memory card, and then they can do what they want, and then I'll just take pictures of the reception and the funeral from the part where the coffin was closed. So did that. Even got a chance to go to the graveyard, and it was weird because it was a snow-covered graveyard. I felt like I was in like one of those horror movies where somebody's creeping behind the trees and walking past the other graves. But it was too cold for all that. Even the weird, creepy people from the movie probably was like, "Nah, we're not coming out." Marquise Jones was at the bar the other day kissing a dude. Why you want to share that with me, Marquise? I hope all is well with y'all out there. It's freezing cold out. Right now it's about 24 degrees. 24 degrees outside. I don't know where y'all from and what the weather's like. I hope y'all staying warm. You know, this is the time where, big guys we were in season, 2 months ago we wasn't in season. We're in season now. Ladies want to cuddle and keep warm. Okay, some of them do, not all of them. It's not always the ladies wanting to keep warm with the fellas, the big fellas. But this is the big fella season, regardless of belief or not. Big fellas are in more demand this season. Most girls will tell you that. Some prefer the people without meat. I just got a notification that Ray Asian Boy is online. Ooh. I don't know if any of y'all like stream or do stuff online and then you get like in your chat a notification and people just jump off. It'd be like that. All right. Yeah, I had a bunch of people in here, but then everyone just decided to leave because I got a stinking phone call. But shout out to that one person that's watching me and they not saying nothing. Shout out to you. All right, let me get into it. In other news, Ray J, yeah, Brady's little brother, I was modding for him until he got booted off of Twitch. If you know, you know. Ray J he was on Twitch, and right before Thanksgiving, or on Thanksgiving early morning, you might have woke up and then he was on, and then you went to sleep and he was on, and woke up he was off. At least that was my story. He got booted for allegedly pulling out a blam blam on his wife. Allegedly. But there's an arrest warrant record. Yeah. Anyways, Ray J, people be sleeping on him because this dude got money. He got a lot of money. Remember, he owned Raycon. He owned something called Scooty Bike. He's still got a lot of music. He gets the residual on that. He was an actor. He has a lot of investments and everything. Well, he was at a casino in Florida with Sheila from Love Cabin. And if you know anything about Ray J's been streaming with her for quite a minute. But when we talk about Love Cabin is a show that Ray J's a host on. And Gavin Cleem sent Clutch. I don't know what Clutch is, but I'll take it. I will take a Clutch. You might have came in Clutch. Shout out to you, Gavin Cleem. So anyways, while they were at the casino, Ray J, I think he had like $800 on him, and he let it ride. GG's, yo, Gavin, my man. Now I see the gifts. Wow, shout out to Gavin Cleem in the building with the GG's. It's GG's for Ray J's, definitely. Because he was, while at the casino, he lost all his money and he went broke. And he was scheduled to have a show in Baltimore that he was supposed to be on, but he was also trying to get back to LA. So he came up with an idea to create a new show called Celebrity Hitchhiker. And to test that out, he basically went on Instagram and told people to come pick him up on the streets. He described what he looked like, what he was wearing, and even said he has a book bag, I think a red book bag or a pink book bag or something. Told everyone where he's at to come pick him up. Generally, that's very dangerous because people will stream snipe. They'll just pull up and say, hey. They can be cool, they could be fans, right? However, Ray J didn't care. And he was by himself. He wasn't with an entourage. He was recording off his phone, you know? So can you imagine like a show based on that where you just got like a celebrity having to hitchhike from point A to point B? That would be wild. So whether he's like going to continue doing this, that should be interesting. That should be interesting. But he's looking for people to pick him up and bring him from state to state, and maybe even let him stay with them for a day or two. You know, so, but shout out to for Ray J. I mean, listen, if it's about $1, Ray J is going to make his dollars anyway, anyhow. All right. So next up for and everything that I'm showing y'all is based on clips that I currently have on my page. This is a clip of Iron Mouse. I don't know if you know anything about VTubers, but VTubers are basically people that stream using an avatar. Now, I can't speak for Iron Mouse, but some people say that there's a bunch of men with voice changers trying to entice young people. Iron Mouse seems, for the most part, very wholesome. But the issue was at the Streamer Awards, Iron Mouse's handler, which is like a guy who just walks around holding an iPad, maybe has a speaker and a microphone, and walks around and has a camera that sends Iron Mouse the feed. And so it's like almost like she's playing a video game where she's being led around and she gets to talk to people. Well, she ran up on Rakai and Ray Asian Boy Ray. And upon meeting Ray Asian Boy Ray, she basically says that they can ask her any question. Any question generally means what? Any question. And what ends up happening is they happen to ask her, you know, what she looked like. No harm, no foul. You know what she looked like. People are curious. Like, we know what your image looks like that you created, but we don't know what you look like. And she basically said like a girl, and got they all went back and forth with the questions because she was inviting to ask the questions. Later on, I'll say the next day or something like that, or 2 days after, responding to criticism from her fans and other people saying that she caters to other people and their audiences and stuff like that. She basically says, I don't understand what I went through. I felt uncomfortable talking to them. I didn't know what they were going to do. Basically painting pictures that Rakai and Ray Asian Boy are monsters. Well, here's the deal. She could have turned off the screen at any point. Yet she chose not to turn the screen off. She could have had the handler walk away, because I'm assuming he has an earpiece to hear her, or she could have simply not said a thing. But Iron Mouse chose to address Rakai and Ray Asian Boy as if they were like these bad kids doing wrong to her. Keep that in mind, because currently Rakai is banned on Twitch. So yeah. With that said, why is that an issue? Well, during Mafiathon 2, she was featured on part of the segment. She had the world record for the highest amount of subscriptions, right? It was like over 200,000 something, maybe close to 300. And Kai beat her. And so instead of beating her and like treating her like, I won, he had her on the show. And because he had her on the show, he also became a VTuber for a minute. So she's familiar with Kai and his people. So to act as if you thought that they were going to act crazy and do something, that was wild. And even what could they do? How were they going to do? They could have said whatever. You could have just not answered. But she treated as if they were going to do something to her like she was physically there. She was not physically there. But yeah, shout out to anybody that just pulled up. If you have no clue who I am celebrity photographer Ty Waterman with the BKS experience. I've taken photos of so many celebrities, from Cardi B to Meg Thee Stallion, even y'all boy Diddy. Yeah, I know. I did a stream last week about Diddy the Reckoning. I don't have a lot of time, so I would get back into that because there's some stuff that's come out since that and some more information, but we'll talk about that at another time. Let me get into one last clip before I get ready to get off here. I also stream on Twitch, so if you're not following me there, you should follow me there. I do IRL streams, and I'll be returning to desktop soon so that I could do more in-depth things, like show you videos as I talk about them. So not just showing you an image. I have to show you an image because I don't have the ability to show you the video. Anyways, I don't know if y'all familiar with Canal Joseph. I currently mod for Canal Joseph. He is one of the funniest on this platform. He is a D1 troll. He is a former prankster, and I only say because he claims he's retired. Right? He was outside of a hospital and an abandoned mental health asylum that they just recently explored. And upon getting outside the building, they hear like a loud scream. And Canal runs up to go investigate. What is this scream? What is going on? Well, there was a guy who allegedly was being assaulted by his girlfriend, and he was on the floor screaming. So Canal went to go help along with his boys. And the guy yelled at him, told him to get the F away, jumped in his face and threatened him. Canal was like, that ain't happening. He basically told him what? He set up on him. As soon as Canal set up on him, guess what? That guy wasn't about that life. So that guy took off. Left his girl. The girl jumped in Canal's face, was threatening Canal. I don't like to make things about color, but Canal is black, just in case you couldn't see. The girlfriend was white. The guy who was running was black, and Canel. And if you see the headline, it says Canel Joseph channels his inner Dr. Umar. Well, Canel basically said, "Don't mess with white women. Nobody's never black women forever," which is a line that Dr. Umar uses because he felt like that girl was going to get him in trouble. The girl was beating him up. So it is what it is. Listen, I am about to get up off here. 7 people and y'all not talking? 7 people and y'all not clicking the thumbs up? 6 people. I scared someone away. I'm sorry. My bad. But please, give me a thumbs up. It's free. You don't have to pay for a thumbs up. You know. No thumbs up. Can I get 1 thumbs up? One of y'all. Y'all got me begging. I don't like to beg. No thumbs up. Okay. This is sad. And now 3 people. Y'all leaving me. It's pathetic. I'm sitting in the car. I'm going between hot and cold. Hot because the heat is on in the car. Cold because it's freezing outside. And I can't get a thumbs up. I can't win. Okay, I can win. I'm just trolling. I'm fine, okay? Well, I don't need a thumbs up. You ain't got a thumbs up if you don't want. Please? Wait. All right, y'all. Now I'm just playing. But listen, I'll be on Twitch, twitch.tv/BKS Experience. I come with the Unk humor, the Unk knowledge, the Unk Riz. Okay, there's no Unk Riz. I just made that up. There's no Unk Riz. But I do IRLs. I go out and do different things. I meet different people. You can probably see some of my videos on there. I'll be going live, I want to say Saturday, from the Sugar Factory. I'll be back on here another day this week. I don't know when. Don't be mad. It's okay. But shout out to anyone that's watched more than a minute. If you watched more than a minute, if you said something in the chat, be it good, be it bad. But shout out most definitely to Gavin Clean for sending the clutch and sending the GGs. Shout out to Gavin Clean. Thank you for that. I've been celebrity photographer Ty Waterman with the BKS Experience. Until next time.